Hello, everybody, and thank you for coming to the first installment of STI Facts within the state of New Jersey. That sucks. That I know, I get it. I haven't necessarily thought of a particular name in which I wanted to call this series. However, we will get there, but stick with me. We have to get some important information out there for everyone. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go over some general facts about the particular STIs that impact the state of New Jersey, right? So we're going to do three main things within this particular video. We're going to identify those STIs, right? We're going to properly categorize those STIs, right? And then thirdly, we're going to define specifically, there we go, specifically what those STIs are, just to have a better understanding, a better understanding to what they are, so we can put them into a much more clear context, right? So first, identification. There are 6 STIs that most commonly impact the state of New Jersey, or at least 6 we have the most statistical data based on testing. There are 2 other ones that I wanted to mention. However, we don't necessarily have, or at least I wasn't able to find the necessary data to focus or talk more about this subject. However, if you guys are interested, we can talk about those 2 other STIs in another video, but we're going to stick with these 6 so far. The 6 are chlamydia, gonorrhea, Syphilis Primary, Syphilis Secondary, Syphilis Early Latent, Syphilis Late Latent, and lastly, HIV and AIDS. I want to first categorize, well, what kind of infections are they? And how do they begin to do the things that they do that can impact the health and the body of a particular person, right? So we're going to categorize them first. And we have 2 particular categories that all of these infections fall under, right? The first one is bacterial infections, and the second one being viral infections. Now, I'm going to give you guys about a couple of seconds. You can pause the video and write down in the comment section or wherever the comment area is. And I want you guys to do your best, before I even give you the answers, to figure out which STIs fall under which category of infection, right? So, as I said, bacterial infections. We're going to define these 2. So, what is a bacterial infection? A bacterial infection is an infection that is caused by bacteria. Simple enough, right? Viral infections are illnesses you get from tiny infectious agents that use your cells to make copies of themselves. So, viral infections literally hijack the healthy cells of your body to then create more of themselves, right? So these are the differences, or these are the definitions between what a bacterial infection is and what a viral infection is. This is a trick question, and I'm gonna let you know why this is a trick question, because only one of these STIs are a viral infection. All the other ones, chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis primary, syphilis secondary, syphilis early Latent, syphilis late Latent, are all bacterial infections, right? Some of you may be asking, well, why is it that we need to know the difference between a bacterial infection or a viral infection? It is important for us to know these differences because, one, bacterial and viral infections have different causes, Yes, they have different causes. So as far as like how you become infected, there are different causes to how that happens, right? Secondly, they also have different modes of infection. What that means is how the infection enters your body, right? And then also they have different transmission modes as well. So how do they move throughout the body? How do they spread throughout the body? And they also have different treatment options and also preventive options as well, which is why we need to understand the differences between bacterial infections and viral infections, right? Definition. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do is we're going to define each of these STIs, so we have more of a better understanding of specifically what they are. So chlamydia is a sexually transmitted infection caused by the bacterium Chlamydia trachomatis, right? Gonorrhea is a sexually transmitted infection caused by the bacterium neisseria gonorrhoeae. Syphilis primary is a bacterial infection that is usually spread through sexual contact. The bacteria is called Treponema pallidum. Syphilis secondary is a stage of syphilis that occurs after the initial sore or chancre, has healed. Syphilis early Latin is a stage of latent is a stage of syphilis that occurs within the first year of infection, right? Syphilis late Latin is a stage of syphilis that occurs after the infection has been present for more than 1 year. And lastly, HIV/AIDS is a virus that attacks the body's immune system, specifically the CD4 cells, also known as your white blood cells, right? So, as we have now covered, we have gone over the identity of these STIs. We know what they are. We know what we call them, right? We secondly went over the categories of which category they fall under. Are they bacterial? Are they viral, right? And lastly, we define them. We define each STI so that now that we know what their names are, we can also be like, okay, this bacteria belongs to this particular family of infections. And now that we know this information, we can also describe them and explain them to other people. So I was like, okay, so what is this particular syphilis, or what is this particular illness? And now we have more tools to better understand and better explain to people, to get education out to specifically what it is that they're dealing with. Now, these are just the general basic facts of what we have for that I'm going to cover, at least within this first video. We're going to get more specific with the populations of people that are infected in the next video. We're going to get the specific numbers to how many people have been infected within the year of 2023. There are no numbers right now for the year of 2024, as the year have just closed and we moved into 2025. So hopefully that reporting comes soon. But I just wanted to give you guys an understanding of how we can identify, categorize, and define what these STIs are, so that way we can all be more well-informed. All right. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to listen to this video. And thank you. More will be coming on the way, and I'll see you guys soon. All right. Bye.